Basically, like, if you're driving and you're looking into the right lane, what are you gonna do?
Move into the right lane.
You're gonna crash.
Or, yeah.
Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Amari J, and today I have a special guest.
Hi guys.
Oh.
Hi, I'm Val, guys. I have a channel on here. It's Valeria Moniz.
And I will leave it down below. She does nursing videos as well. She dips into hair videos, you know, everything. Go subscribe to her. She's amazing. This collab has been like a long time coming. We've been waiting to do this for a while. So with that being said, go ahead and subscribe down below, leave a thumbs up, and make sure you guys stay tuned for her video that is going to be posted. This video is going to be tips for pre-nursing students. Me and Val are both pre-nursing students right now, hoping to get into nursing school very, very soon. On her channel, we will be doing a college essentials video, so make sure you guys subscribe. The first tip that I have for pre-nursing students is to make sure you form study groups if possible. I know this can be hard for many students that aren't very extroverted. They don't like to talk to people, but there's ways around it. There's ways around it. Like, I know most schools have Facebook groups, so join your Facebook groups. They also have group meets for your classes, and just kind of talk and mingle in there and try to form groups, because there's always going to be someone looking to study. And doing study groups, honestly, is probably my downfall. I wasn't big in study groups, and I should have been, because you can learn from other people, and then, like, you can learn from teaching each other the material. So definitely would recommend study groups.
So the tip that I have is to try to do well in your prereqs. When you are trying to get into nursing school, it's very, very competitive, and if you don't have, like, how do I say it? If you don't have grades that are like above a C, it's kind of hard to try to make your way into a program, and most programs require you to have like a 3.0 and up. Some are even more competitive and want you to have a 3.5 and up. So just try to do well in your prereqs. Don't rush. Don't like take so many classes at the same time, because I know that's what I did at one point and it kind of like messed me up a little bit. But just try to do well in your prereqs, and that's it.
Yeah. Okay. My second tip is to make sure you go to tutoring/office hours. That is very important.
Yes.
Tutoring is important because I honestly probably wouldn't have made it through without it. You learn things from your professor, but it's not in the level that you learn things from a tutor, because they really take their time and make sure you as an individual understand. You're not in a lecture hall with 100+ people, so it's more one-on-one, and it's worth it. And then office hours, I like to go to office hours and talk to my professor after exams to kind of learn what I can improve on and kind of get her to know my face. So if in the future you need like a recommendation letter, or if you just need an extra boost and she knows your name, because that's important as well. So yeah, definitely seek help. Okay. Don't be too scared.
And I also want to add that, like, usually when there's a tutor for the class, they have taken the class before, so they kind of know what to expect of the professor. They know the materials, so just take advantage of that, because it could be really helpful.
Exactly. Yeah.
So my next tip is to drop that class if you need to. Me and Amari have both been there. We've taken a class where it's just like, man, this ain't it.
Exactly.
Like, it's too much, and it probably like be conflicted with your schedule, or like maybe you're just not doing as well as you thought you did or was gonna do. So just drop it. Like,
or it could just be the professor, not even you.
Yeah, because sometimes the professors cannot teach well,
or like they'll talk about things and then put other things on their test.
Yeah, like, it's not like no shade to them or anything like that, but it's just drop the class. It's not worth your GPA, and like I said, you're gonna need like a really good GPA to try to get into nursing school, or so just drop it. Yeah, and like it's yes, okay.
I've learned that lesson my freshman year, and that D I got in chem still haunts me to this day, because it's still on my GPA. So drop it.
Like, I took anatomy this past spring, and I just was not doing well. Like, I could not pass the test for nothing. I was studying for like 8 hours a day, would take the test 68, 50. Like, I didn't know what I was doing wrong, so I dropped it after the second exam.
Same with micro.
And I'm taking anatomy now, and I'm doing great. So just drop it.
Yeah.
And take it another semester.
It'll be worth it, because you can drop it and you'll probably think, oh, I'm wasting time, I'm not going to get into the program on the time I want, but you might not get into it at all if you don't drop it.
Right.
So,
exactly.
Yeah. Definitely a smart move. My next tip is to record lectures. This is something else that I wish I would have done, especially for anatomy. Those classes that are just like faster paced, because you can always go back in time and listen to it. Definitely if the professor allows that. If they don't, you're kind of out of luck on this one. But I know going into nursing school, this is something I'm going to do. Is record all my lectures, so that way I have a chance to listen to it at least 2 times. It's just another way to study,
right?
And I think that's very smart to do,
especially if you're like an auditory learner and you need to, like, that's how you learn.
Yeah,
like, I'm like that, and I listen to lectures all the time, like at least 3 times before the exam.
Yeah,
it can be time consuming, but that A.
And like if you drive, put it on instead of music. If you take a shower, put it on instead of music. So just kind of like listen to it, and that way if you like podcasts, it's basically like a podcast that you're learning from.
Yeah, but don't let it consume your life, though.
Well, yeah, like don't memorize. That's so
But
funny.
the next thing she's gonna say, like, don't do that.
That's funny.
I've done that before. It's not good.
Well, eat, breathe, and sleep through your lecture.
So this next tip for me is that I would take my gen eds online, except for like math and English. So like we had to take humanities, like a film
Nutrition
class, yeah, like little stuff like that. Just take it online because it's easier.
Yeah.
And you can focus more on like your heavier classes like anatomy, chem, physio, micro, like those classes are scary. So just like take it online is so easy. I'm not saying cheat, but do what you want with that information. It's like, I feel like gen eds are so
a joke.
Yeah, they're a waste of time. So just take it online and just save yourself from having to go on campus more than you need to.
Exactly.
You're going to be spending a lot of time studying for your harder classes like anatomy, micro, because they have a lab and a lecture. But like for a film, you're probably just going to write like 2 papers and do quizzes. Like, why do you have to go to class for that?
Yeah,
you can just teach yourself that.
Pretty much.
Yeah,
it's not hard.
And I say don't take the math and English online. Like, I wouldn't do that because I need to like learn, like the professor in front of me. But if you want to do that, you can go ahead, but I probably wouldn't do that.
Yeah, math and English, definitely wouldn't recommend taking that online. But like she said, those like easier gen eds, there's no point. Like, I don't need to go in person to do philosophy.
And you can literally finish a gen ed class within like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
If you really like sit there, unless it's like they have papers or research to do, that's different. But you can knock out all the quizzes literally in 2 weeks.
Yeah, so that's a really good tip. And then, like, you balance your time that way as well. My next tip for pre-nursing majors is to not put all your eggs in one basket. And by this, I mean apply wherever, okay? Yes, you may have gotten to your dream school or whatever. You might be at the state school, but it's no guarantee. Those are the most competitive programs. So make sure you do your research in your area. Shout out to my last video. And you really go and like find alternatives. I'm not saying like don't expect that you're not going to get in. Like, be positive, but always have a backup plan. I think it's important. Always have a plan B, so you just know what your next step is. So apply wherever it's in your means, of course. Like, don't apply to like Nebraska,
right? If you live in Washington D.C. don't do that. I wanted to add that it's okay to apply to small schools. It's totally okay. I personally wish I would have done that. Like, apply to what is it called? Community college.
Yeah,
definitely. I wish I would have done that, but here I am at UCF.
Yeah, community college nursing programs are
just as hard.
Really good, and they're just as hard to get into.
Yeah, and when you get that BSN, they're not looking to see where you went to school. They're looking to see if you passed the NCLEX. So that doesn't matter, like, where you go to school.
Yes.
Get into a program that
as long as they're accredited.
Right.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Don't just apply anywhere.
As
Make
long
sure
as
they're nationally accredited.
Jesus, that would suck.
Yeah, I wouldn't know what to do.
Yeah. So apply everywhere. Just do your research, make sure they're accredited, and yeah. So
my next tip is to do not listen to everything your advisor says. Your advisors are there to make money for the university. I personally don't think that advisors are there to really help you. I've never had an advisor that was helpful. I'm sorry. Like, I'm throwing all types of shade at UCF. Like, I feel like they're just there to keep you in school longer. Like, they will make you, don't listen to them when they say, oh, take 18 credit hours in one semester. Like, what? That's not even okay. Like, what if you have a job? What if you have bills to pay? What if you have kids? Like, you have to take all that into consideration.
Exactly.
You only need, I think, 7 credits to be considered part-time and 12 to be considered full-time. So just like classes, like, okay, if you're a pre-nursing student, you're gonna be studying a lot. So don't be like me and try to take anatomy and chem at the same time.
Yeah.
Don't do it. I mean, like, okay, if you really want it, go for it, but like, I know the type of person I am, that's just so stressful. So don't listen to everything they say. Like, do your own research. Like, they're cool just to like guide you, but just don't listen to everything they say.
Yeah, like, if I would listen to my advisors, I probably wouldn't have applied to the program, because like, they say, oh, this, like, it's so competitive, I suggest you like wait and don't apply.
Yeah,
like, don't listen to that. You just never know.
Yeah, I'll probably go to my advisor just in case to see, like, okay, do I qualify for graduation or not?
Yeah.
Like, what classes do I need to take? But I'm not going to listen to them and tell them, like, or listen to them when they say, oh, take 18 credit hours.
Yeah, because they're not you. They don't know what you can handle.
Yeah, they don't know. They don't know what's going on in your life, so don't do it.
Yeah. One is to learn your learning style. This is very important, okay? I still kind of like, I think I know my learning style, but I definitely, like, the more I look into it, I really think I'm more of an auditory learner. Kind of visual, but more auditory. I love watching videos. Like, I'm a YouTube, I won't say YouTube ho. I'm like a YouTube fiend. Like, everything. So, like, when I was going through anatomy, every system, YouTube, every nerve, YouTube. Like, I was just always on YouTube.
Even for physio. Yeah. Like,
so definitely learn your learning style, because that's how you will retain the information the most. Like, for instance, like, my girlfriend, she's like a kinesthetic learner. She needs to be active and physical,
hands-on.
So for her, it's going to be important for her to like work out and like listen to her lecture, or just be doing something and listen to her lecture. So really learn your learning style. That way you can excel, because you don't want to be an auditory learner and you sit there and read your textbook and wonder why you're not. Like, not saying don't read your textbook, because yes, read your textbook, but don't read it to learn. Read it to have background knowledge. That's my advice. So just so you know what they're talking about before you go in. Your textbook is meant to have background knowledge, in my opinion.
And just like extra stuff that your professor doesn't really take their time on, because I know when we were physically in school, we only have like, what, 50 minutes to like, or an hour and 15. That's it. They're not going to really explain everything, because they expect you to do your part and go home and read. So yeah, learn your learning style. If you care to know, I'm an auditory and visual learner.
Yeah,
I love pictures and I love sound.
I feel like audio and visual. I feel like audio and visual go together for the most part. I feel like, but yeah, like,
so, you can't show me a picture of something and expect me to like know what's going on. I need like background knowledge. Figure out your learning style. It'll help you. My last tip is to don't rush. A lot of us are like so anxious to get into nursing school. We're so anxious to get into nursing school, and we just want to like speed through things. Take your time, enjoy where you are. I get so many DMs on Instagram, like, they're like, oh, when are you gonna finish, or when do you think I'll finish? And it's like, I can't really answer that for you, because everybody's different. Like, I've been in school for 3 years now. I'm still not done with my prereqs. I'll be done with my prereqs in spring of 2021. Okay, so I've had to take classes over. Like, don't be ashamed to take classes over. It happens. Like, nobody's perfect. I'm sure there's a bunch of nursing students that take classes over. I mean, like, hey, we're like, it is what it is.
Like,
go ahead.
I was gonna say, like, Val helped me so much, like, with that, because like, I still do it. I stress out because I just feel like I need it now. But like, she really put that into perspective for me. Like, I can't go back in time and fix, because I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I do have some C's. I can't go back and fix it, but if your program allows you to retake a class you got a C in, retake it. If I had that option, I definitely would be retaking those classes. So yeah, she's right, don't rush. I just think, don't get caught up in the fact that everyone you may have graduated high school with is going to graduate before you. Who cares? Right. Like, I know so many nursing students that are probably like in their mid-20s.
Even older. Like, even now when I'm taking my prereqs, when we were on campus, I seen, there was like a lady that was old enough to be my mom taking classes right next to me. So it doesn't matter. Like, not everybody graduates college in 4 years. That's a myth. I mean, if you did, congratulations. But like, it's okay. 5, 6 years.
Like, I graduated in 3.
Yeah, like, congratulations. Like, that's cool, whatever. But focus on what you have going on, not what somebody else has going on, because that can like kind of, how do I say it? It can kind of, you start to compare yourself.
Yeah.
And then it's bad. Like, you don't want to do that.
Stay in your own lane. I saw this quote. I don't know word for word, but it was so smart. It's basically like, if you're driving and you're looking into the right lane, what are you gonna do?
Move into the right lane.
You're gonna crash.
Or, yeah.
You're gonna crash.
Move into the right lane. You're gonna swerve that way. You're gonna crash.
So stay in your lane.
Stay in your lane. That was so funny. I love you.
Okay, so yes, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys can take something away from this video. I wish I had someone to tell me these things before I started. And like I said before, make sure you subscribe to both of our channels, leave a thumbs up. Make sure you comment video suggestions down below,
please.
And I appreciate all your guys' love and support up until this point.
Get her to 500 subscribers, or I'm gonna beat you up.
Y'all must not want a giveaway, honey. So
threatening your subscribers. I'm not mean, for real. I'm not.
But that's it for this video. I'll see y'all next time. Bye.